Oh, that was a mistake. Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. That was totally my bad. And what was. Why does that not. Why does this not match? Now, this thing should just snap right up. It's at an angle. Well, you can just say bye bye. Structures, yes, the vault. Atrium, yeah, this thing here. Yeah, something about the one that was well, we'll see in a second. Did that fix it? It sure did. Something about that one that was left here. Now I gotta go upstairs and fix. Well, I don't need to go upstairs. There. This might be a good time. Try this. Well, they might be able to jump over that, I suppose. Well, let's go up here and see if everything worked out right. Yeah, that worked out right. Yeah, I'm not supposed to leave my reticle pointing at something. Because of this scrapping mod, it will take whatever I'm pointing at and it will start to rotate, spin in some weird directions. Like anything like that. I can't see a name on the screen. I gotta point it out into space somewhere where it's not picking up an item. It'll take parts of whole buildings. It can make a mess. It can make a mess. Oh, I got an idea. I'm not sure. Is this a tick tick tickety thing? Thought about trying to rebuild this thing because here's a bunch of parts. But I don't think I can rebuild it. And I think it just looks cool laying here like a bunch of parts. nice the way it makes these cones stand up. Caution. Now let's just leave them standing up. Leave them standing up. No, caution radiation. Yeah, caution radiation. Where do we put that? Right there for now. Maybe a better spot would be you won't. Yeah, that's the idea. Right on there too. It's not floating out 6 inches in front of it. Oh, this is a unit, huh? I'll leave that unit alone. Now leave the rock. Oh. Yes, please. Oh no, I don't want them both. Only wanted the one. Making me nervous here. Did it work? No, it screwed up the track. Screwed up the track. It hides that was hiding the mismatch in the track. Making me nervous for a reason. No. Oh no, not the tracks, the dirt, the dirt. Oh, that's an awful bright light. We'll take it. I was thinking of getting a light down here. I don't suppose I could pick up this light. Oh, there's a dead body in there. Can I get in there? Well, I know how to get in there. Skeleton, you have. Oh, oh. I want your vault suit, but you're not gonna give it to me. A lot of bones. No, no, don't make the train go away. Cardboard box, yes. Gotta be very careful with this mod. You gotta read and read twice and verify. And just before you press the button, it's gonna change its aim point. And you're gonna scrap what you didn't want to. You have to be vigilant. Extremely vigilant. Because this will scrap whole buildings in one click. Oh, a battery? We'll make it look like it's running that light. I actually have a mod that lets me make batteries, and it gives 1 point of power. Falling material. Not here. Where's the falling material at? Goofing on my eyes. Falling material is over here. And there's another sign over here. Don't want anyone tripping on the railroad tracks and damaging their expensive dental work. Here it is. Warning, excavation in progress. Let's try to avoid, yeah. Excavation in progress. That should probably go over here. Cover up that hole. Isn't big enough to cover up that hole. We'll put it right there. And we'll find something else to cover up that hole. Okay, I don't have any food because I don't have any settlers. But we're about to have settlers. There, point at the ground. But first, head last. Quick bio break. Get me some caffeine. I will BRB. All right. Where are we at? Okay, nothing spinning. You know how sometimes when you open up a soda, it fizzes up and spills up all over the side, all down onto your lap and on your hands. Hello? Jazz Beetle King 86. Santa asked me to, oh no. Dude, you should be ashamed. But I know you're not even there to hear me. You're a bot? One of those troll factories out in Eastern Europe somewhere, probably. Let's see. Give me a minute. What do I do with this thing? There we go. Oops. Wrong keyboard. I don't know. I just get pleasure out of doing that. As useless as I know it is. Troll Factory. Exactly, Aptitude. Troll Factory. I was watching, or somehow I got exposed. It caught my eye. I read it. Somewhere I heard it or something. They said they called them troll centers or troll factories. Troll something or others like that. But they used the location Eastern Europe. You've got a much larger danger of someone trying to hack into your credit card by Russians, not Americans. And not to leave out, some of those other countries. China, although they're not European. When I think of troublesome countries in Eastern Europe, Russia's you gotta be, yes you do. Yes you do. But Aptitude, I use my credit card all over the internet. And for decades, every once in a while somebody charges a couple $1,000 worth of something on my credit card, or sometimes just $100 or $2. And we tell our credit card company that it wasn't our charge, and they cancel the card. They get rid of the charge so we don't have to pay it, and they give us a new card, and we keep going. But the downside is that cost gets spread out amongst everybody that has credit cards with that company. Somebody pays that bill. And I guarantee you, no corporation is going to eat that. They just jack up their prices a little bit more to compensate. Like shoplifters in Walmart. Everything in Walmart's a little more expensive than it needs to be because a lot of the employees and other people shoplift there. Corporations don't just eat the cost of anything. Very, very rarely will they eat the cost of anything. They just put it into the bill. Years ago, I had somebody buy $1,400 worth of Virginia baked ham. This was around Thanksgiving or Christmas. And I'm like, wanting to say to I didn't say it, but I wanted to say to our credit card company, really? That didn't set up a red flag to you? I've well, I've been to West Virginia once in my life. Very rarely does my credit card ever get used out of state. And if it does, it's in New England, the bordering states around me. I go off on my motorcycle for a day trip or a weekend trip, or I could be anywhere in New England, Pennsylvania included, but that's as far south as I go. I go north. I don't go. Indiana buying pizza? What? Yeah, I go online and buy something, and the security cancels the sale because it's suspicious activity. I shop online all the time. I just order from Amazon only. I buy a lot from Amazon, but a lot of what I buy is mechanical replacement parts, carburetors and parts to lawnmowers or cars. And I find eBay does a little better of a job. I mean, most of this stuff is 20-year-old stuff, so it's new, old stock. But they identify it properly, where Amazon will make you think their part will fit, but it often doesn't. So, yeah. But yeah, I buy a crap ton from Amazon. Crap ton. But now things have gotten so expensive that I start to shop around. Like, I use a hard water filter because I gotta. Come on. It has man for real. Oh, yeah. I would love to see the data that shows how our economy has increased over, since the 1900s, a 100-year cycle. What was a loaf of bread in 1900? What was a loaf of bread in 1905, 1910? A bag of groceries, the cost of living. Throw a couple parameters down, draw a couple curves on the graph, and show where these prices kind of spiked. Show where they rose, show where they dropped. For some reason, all this corn and stuff didn't. Maybe there was a pile of dirt over here that I eliminated. A lot of this stuff didn't touch the ground. So I'd like to see. I get the sense that recently the spike in prices is the biggest in history ever. I've asked some of the old people, the people that are like 85 and almost 90, my relatives, and I've asked them, and they said this period in history is the biggest spike in the prices since they could ever remember in their whole life. It might be a false memory. These people aren't rocket scientists, they're not highly educated. It's just a gut feeling. Maybe they're right, maybe they're not. I'd like to see the data. And yeah, I don't know if I told you this, Aptitude. It was like a month or two ago. I heard. See, I don't know where I heard it. Oh, it's a easy to verify fact. The U.S. stock exchange hit an all-time high. The U.S. stock exchange hit an all-time high. That's probably not the Nasdaq. It's probably the other one that I'm having trouble thinking of the name I should know off the top of my head. The general one, the big one that covers everything else other than the technology. So, how is it that corporations are making the most amount of profit ever? You heard about that? Yeah. So, why did the prices have to go up so much? It was an excuse. They used it as an excuse. I'll tell you something, Aptitude. I just watched a YouTube video. It was titled something like it was very revealing, very educational. It was called something like The Gilded Age. It was about America in the years 1875 to about 1900. And it talked about the richest corporate barons at the time. The railroad magnates, the Astors, I think, was that the Vanderbilts? It might have been the Vanderbilts. And Carnegie Steel, and the oil guy there. I'm forgetting his name right now. And it told how much money these people had, how much power they had. And once you watch that show and you realize they owned the president, the country was going to fail. J.P. Morgan, the President McKinley, wouldn't even see J.P. Morgan because he didn't want to appear to be in the pockets of the big bankers. But the country was going to fail economically. J.P. Morgan gave him the money to bail out the country, hundreds of millions of dollars. And back then, hundreds of millions meant like hundreds of billions in today's money. And they kept on saying that. This guy had $400 million, but in today's money, that was this amount of money. And basically, they were the richest people on the planet. And you start to understand who's controlling the country. You don't read about these people. I mean, you read about who's that rich guy with SpaceX and all that? Not Zucker, Elon Musk. Everyone talks about Elon Musk, the richest man in the world. Well, there's a bunch of other ones that no one even knows who they're. Elon, yeah, Elon. He's a very public figure, but most of those people are not. Putin. I don't know where Putin falls in the list of richest people, but could be, could be. I wouldn't be surprised. That's how those guys. Oh, I veered off here. Elon said he's way richer. Really? Well, that explains it. But usually people with that amount of money, like Elon seems like a nice guy. It was a YouTube short I watched. Oh, let's get rid of this. He is, Elon is. Yeah. And not only does he, his body language, his smile, his speech make him present like a friendly, nice guy, but, he seems to do some good stuff with his money. Companies has time to play games. Well, I forgot. Someone was saying what his favorite game was, which means he actually plays video games. But I think somebody said, Elon, why don't you buy some certain company and fix it? And he did. Elden Ring. That was it. Elden Ring. It might have been you that was telling me. And SpaceX. He's he's brought the price of sending stuff into space. It now costs 10% of what it used to cost. That's incredible. He could be charging the same amount and making 10 times the amount, but he's not. Now, Carnegie, who was the richest man in the world after he sold his Carnegie Steel to J.P. Morgan and they formed it into U.S. Steel, he was, I forgot how many hundreds of millions he got paid for that. He became the richest man in the world, and he spent the rest of his life retired trying to give all his money away. He did so much philanthropy, you would not. It's hard to conceive how much money he was giving away, giving away, giving away. But when he was in business, he was one ruthless son of a bitch. The shit he did to people. Oh man. You don't hear about Elon doing stuff like that. Sending in secret police to beat up all the people that are protesting because they're underpaid. Who was this again? Carnegie. Spelled with a C. Carnagie. Carnegie Steel. That was back in like the last quarter of the 19th century, 1875, 1900, right around in that ballpark. Okay, I guess I'll talk to you.
This. Please, I beg your indulgence. I've waited so long, but we must not dally. The work compels us. The vault was supposed to have.
There's a lot of lessons to be learned from history.
After all, to conduct
if you know history, you can. The present becomes very easy to understand. Perfect subjects want to leave. Or find a guinea pig.
Let's find ourselves a guinea pig.
The Vault Tech Handbook urges overseers to refrain from using that word, no matter how apt. I see you've already turned on the Vault's radio beacon. Good. While we wait for word to spread, perhaps you might use this time to explore Vault 88. If you can clear some of the rubble, you may be able to access some of the other building sectors. Any materials or equipment that survived may prove useful in our experiments.
I was waiting for that. Okay, now it's time this stuff goes. Oh, boom. That was quick. Let's do a save. And I'm really not interested in cleaning this place up. Just opening it up for now. Kill the Mirelurks and the whatevers that are around. And I don't know if I have to find components. What the hell am I stuck on? I just got fucking pissed off and decided to say screw it. What the heck? Yeah, I was bumbling around like a moron. You know, these games, if you try to step over anything taller than the heel of your shoe, you get stuck. Like, I should be able to step right over that girder. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Help me, help me. I've fallen and I can't get up. Stuff like this will sometimes kick. Yeah, that's moving. I don't know, I think I was backing into one of these rocks. Yeah, I can't even move. I'm like crawling backwards. Oh, it's because I'm aiming. Aiming slows me down, something wicked. A large part of my problem was I was aiming while backing up. That's as fast as you can go backing up. But I was stuck. I wasn't moving. What's that green glow down there? Uranium deposit? A nuclear power generator? Looks like uranium ore. Oh, it won't let me get into building mode. Okay. It's been a while. I may have to find a component and repair the workshop to get the workshop to work here. So I have to explore a little bit more carefully. I don't remember where these things were found at. Well, I can get through anyway, so... Oh boy, it's getting tight. Getting tight. Well, I tell you, these mole rats are a bitch. They pop up out of the ground in front of you, and then they pop up out of the ground behind you 2 seconds later. I don't know where they get that tunneling capability. But you don't even have time to move, and they're behind you. Little OP. Good thing they're easy to kill. If you can hit them. If you can hit them. I'm getting further away from... Help you oversee... I've explored Vault 88. I've finished exploring Vault 88. Really? I don't feel like I finished. Oh, I didn't... Really? I ended up in a subway. Yeah, I watch this guy stream this show, this game, Fallout, and he gets so ragey when he's trying to walk backwards or forwards and he gets stuck on a 3-inch branch or a 6-inch branch. And it's one of my peeves as well. Now, why so many ghouls? I mean, I see all the radiation, but what's going on down here? Aha. Vault Tech Control Board, North Sector.
Perfect.
See? Those little bastards. They told me, oh, exploring is complete. Turn around and go, back to the Overseer and do some stuff. It's like, yeah. Stop me before I find that thing that I needed. You bastards. But they didn't fool me. They did not fool me. What's that saying? You can't con a con, you can't fool a fool. Come on, give me that plastic fork. So that component was for North Sector. I don't know what sector I'm in. Son of a bitch. You dumbass. Where does this put me back to? Oh, good. All the way back to the beginning. Okay. Enough of this thing. This thing just creates too much problem. I think when I scrap that stuff, I get nuclear material. No, no, no. I hate the way they put that on the top of that list, but I guess sometimes it's probably a good idea. Although I don't think it's a good idea. Okay, we can get a chance to do these guys all over again. It's become my new strategy, well, for a while now, to try to shoot the ghoul's legs. Unless they're right in front of me like that. What about that green glowing one down here? He's going to be hard to kill with a pistol. If I look on the left edge of the screen, in the middle of the left edge, and I look for my experience points to show up. When they show up, it means I killed. Kind of like when you use the artillery attacks. Cha-ching, cha-ching. Oh, what just hit me in the shin? Oh. They're just spawning out of the ceiling. I hear one walking around. There he is. Quick.
Perfect.
Yes. Perfect. Empty. Empty. Rockefeller. That was the oil guy I was trying to think of back in the 1875, 1900-ish era in the United States. Rockefeller. Rockefeller. Rockefeller? Rockefeller? I forget. boy. Taking on some rads here. Get out of here. This is not the way I came. Damn it with that. Quick save should be first. Quiet as a ghost town. Rockefeller. Yeah, the government finally banged him for having a monopoly. He was buying up all the oil companies. Then he was buying up all the well, not all, but all the railroad companies that were transporting his oil. He didn't like being gouged to transport his oil, so he bought up all of those. That anyone who was carrying his oil, he bought them. And then he bought the refineries because they were refining his oil. And I don't know, but that's how monopolies are. Then before you know it, they're buying the gas stations that are pumping the gas, and so they finally banged him for having a monopoly, and he had to split his business up. Basically, just they did the same thing to Bill Gates. They just changed the structure of their business. It's still the same, but different. He sounded money. Oh, huge, huge. I mean, when you're one of the 10 wealthiest people in the world, you want to be the wealthiest. It's about power. I can activate it because I have that piece. Okay, so that means now I can eat my way out of here. But I don't have to. Well, why not? Oh. Yeah. Oh, really? Well, this isn't going to get me anywhere fast. How come you're dead? Yeah, I don't remember killing you. Or any of you. Yeah, it's uranium. Okay. Man, I don't know if I want to take that block out. Leave that for now. Yeah, I thought there was a way to go through here, or... There it is. There it is. Or does that just connect me? It just brings me around in a circle. Or does it? Oh, it just connects me to where I was. Okay. Okay, now there's going to be another sector down here. Is this the one with the mirelurks in it then? What the hell is running? What runs like that? That almost looked like a mutant hound. It kind of looked a little bit like a mole rat, but mole rats don't run above ground in a straight line for a long. There it is down. There it is down there. Quick! It was a mole rat. Wow. Someone's gonna pop up behind me, you watch. Get on the stairs. Goddamn mole rats, I tell you what, boy. They're tough little bastards. They're fast. They just pop up and they're only there for a short time and they pop down into the ground and they can tunnel at the speed of light. But, you know, you're guaranteed they're going to pop up behind you. So when they disappear in the ground, all you got to do is take a couple steps forward and turn around. I just had to. Eventually, I'll come down here and I'll work off of this. I'll use it. I'll build with it. Damn it. Keep doing that. Remember Fallout 3, what was it? Moina? She wanted us to test a mole rat stick. Where you at? Where you at? I gotta find that control board for this northeast sector. Oh, good. As long as it doesn't come to a dead end. One of these takes you up into like the, you end up in the basement of a Slocum Joe's or something like that. You can exit into the Commonwealth somewhere along the line. Oh boy. This might be the one. Good time to reload. Did I kill anybody with that grenade? Nobody. Now I'd prefer to not... Oh, there it is. Northeast.
Nice.
Save. I'd prefer to not have to come back. Oh. Okay. I thought there was an upstairs. Oh, around the corner. I'd prefer to not have to come back. To this area ever again. You know, wall it off so people can't get into the Vault 88 from this section. Not sure how that worked. Oh, because I'm half dead as well. I like this DLC. I really, really like this DLC. I'd have to say it quite possibly could be my favorite. Although there is one DLC that it's kind of not like a DLC. It's like the workshop DLC. It just adds a bunch of stuff to your workshop. That how that works? There's no gameplay, there's no missions, there's no land, there's no exploring. I see you. We'll have to go that way after we go upstairs. Now, I'm 50-50 with the Mechanist. I really like being able to make those robots. You can make so many different versions of robots. That robot making machine, I just love making all the different capabilities of the robots. DLCs are damn good, yeah. But the downside for me for the Mechanist is forever after hordes of robots continually spawning. You're just constantly fighting robots, 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 all the time. It's relentless. It's kind of like how annoying, oh, such and such settlement is under attack. You know, I mean, you're deep into a dungeon somewhere. You're trying to do something, and you can't leave, and someone's being attacked, or you're trying to do some building. So and so is getting attacked. 3 seconds later, oh, and so and so is being attacked also. 10 seconds later, oh yeah, and by the way, this other place is also being attacked. Now, I hear footsteps up above me. When did this get blocked off? You're not gonna let me, that work? Yeah, I can't, well, I killed someone with that one. can't shoot through those stairs. Okay, well, that was as fun as it was. But, I thought there was a way up there. Did they, they do something with this? Did they update this? Or maybe that's where this goes. I bet you. Well, no, I don't bet you. Huh. Good evening, Ari. Good evening. Long time no see. Good to hear from you. How's everything overseas? Still there? We just had 12 inches of snow. And then a bunch of rain that melted half of it. Huh. Did I come through here? Everything is calm. Good. I like calm. I'm getting ready to feed the horses a couple mornings ago, and my wife's on the phone with the sister-in-law. She's right across the yard by 100 yards. Oh no, the horses are up, blah, blah, blah. She's all uptight and she's all anxious, and I'm like, oh, calm down. Difficult to snow here. Yeah, it is pretty. Well, you got the Pyrenees Mountains, don't you? So if you have elevation, unless I could be getting my geography wrong. I used to know what I was talking about. Oh, so I did fix this. I can now do this. It's not difficult to snow here. Oh, good. Oh, how'd I get stuck back there? Oh, I'm in building mode. Get out of building mode. Now, what the, how the... These things are worse than mole rats. I'm at about 42 latitude. But we've had a very mild winter. We had about almost an inch of snow a month ago. It melted in a day or two. That's it. Okay. That just looks kind of funny. Yeah, I'm on Madrid, in the center of the country, in the north of the Madrid. Okay, mountains up there. Yeah, I knew there was a ridge of mountains somewhere in Spain, but I I didn't want to say the name of the country unless, you know, you did first. Oh no. I hate when this happens. But you know I'm going to leave it because I can build over it. I can make that go away. See, I came in up there and I turned and went down there. Oh, geez. Man. Guys are killing me here. What the hell, are you immune to bullets? That better do it. Pyrenees is the biggest one. Yeah, okay. Frontier between Spain and North Argelia. Oh, that skeleton. Dude, you're freaking me out. Oh, that didn't do anything. I felt a little better, though. France. Okay. I didn't know that word, Argelia. I was stationed in southwest Germany, which was right next to the border of France. Is that stalker alive or dead? Oh, he's under the ground here somewhere? Oh boy. And I'm trapped. There's a bug going on. I better get rid of this thing. Oh, he's under the ground.
Yeah!
Jeez, I almost died. Horses don't like snow. Worst thing for horses, the way I understand it, is wet, cold wind. They don't mind being wet. They don't mind being cold. But when they're wet and windy, if it's winter time, that is too cold. They can't warm themselves. They lose their heat too fast. We just had a foot of snow. Our horses are just standing out in it all day. Getting wet, but it wasn't cold. They got shelters. They don't go in them. unless it's really, really nasty. Well, your horses in Spain aren't used to the cold. So, warm weather horses. But I think about the West in America, Colorado, places that get like 3 feet of snow at a time. Bad for the feet too. Don't remember the name of that proper part. Yeah, the hoof. The hoof. Frog. And then there's the coffin bone in there, but it's mostly the frog underneath the hoof, the pad of the, like the ball of their foot, the fleshy part. They don't like to. They don't like it wet. They don't want to be wet all the time. That's bad for their feet. They get something called thrush, and it's like rotted fingernail. Like, I don't know if it's a bacteria, probably, but you got to scoop it out and clip their hooves and treat it. Okay, I was gonna say, you gonna let me get into build mode or what here? Let's eliminate these ugly things. Huh? We'll pick them up later. There's such a lag to get into building mode. I don't like to get in and out, in and out, in and out. Really don't care about one container of buff out. Okay, you gotta go. You gotta go, Mr. Skull. Mr. Skellington. Oh, I get it. These things fell on him. Poor bastard. But I think about all those horses. Scorpion ambush, not anymore. Out in Colorado and places out west where, near the Rocky Mountains where they get all that snow. Wild horses. There's no one there to put blankets on them. Okay, we opened up another. You gotta go. Yeah, I got some feet care horses shorts recommended by YouTube. Oh, yeah. I've watched a bunch of them myself, because we board horses, and we just got another one. And a lot of these horses are retired horses put out to pasture. So the owners don't come and visit them very often. Last time I was near a horse was when I was 8 years old in the region of my grandpa's on the north of Spain, Asturias. Very green mountains when they are not on, when they're not on fire. Yeah, I don't know if I like getting rid of this dirt. Every time I get rid of these dirt things, I'm gonna do it though. That wasn't bad. I was near a horse a few days ago, about a week ago. Oh, I'm gonna have to get rid of this. The owner was there on one side, I was on the other side. I think a brother of my grandpa. Oh. Yeah, get rid of these floating ones anyway. The owner's on one side of the horse. I'm on the other side of the horse. It's the first day there. I'm getting familiar with the horse, making sure he's safe to be around. Can I touch him? Does he bite? Does he kick? All this stuff. And he accidentally steps on her foot. And he just jumps about 5 feet to the side in about a second and a half. He took 2 steps. Well, I was standing where he was jumping. He jumped right straight into me. Luckily, I was able to react fast enough. I pushed him with both my hands as hard as I could, which didn't change his direction at all. But it sent me flying backwards so that he didn't jump into me and hit me and land on me. It was a way of pushing myself out of the way. It wasn't what I was trying to do. It was just a reaction. The horse just leaped right into my space, and all I could do was to push as hard as I could. Why did he jump like that? Yeah, he got nervous because he stepped on his owner's foot. And so he realized it and he tried to jump off of it, get away from it. So it was like a sideways hop. But 3 or 4 feet worth of a hop in a second and a half, plus I was standing right there. If I was my wife, I would have just gotten landed on and hopefully not stepped on. He stepped on my foot once. It's not so bad. It's an accident when he does it. He needs to learn a little bit of manners, though. Not to get so close to people unless they ask him to. So What are we doing? Did I find the component? Did I open up all the areas? Turn on the east sector. The east sector. Did I find what I needed for that? Can I get through here? Or is this not the way through? It looks like a way. No, not that. Is it not a way through? This might not be a way through. Apparently, this is not a way through. Yes, I watched tons and tons and tons, literally hundreds of hours worth of horse training videos, horse care videos, health of horses, anything you can think of. It has to do with horses. Well, not everything. I'm not interested in training horses how to race or how to jump over hurdles. I just want to train them not to bite, not to crowd with their heads. Teach them manners. Not to try to steal the grain from you while you're walking down the field with a bucket, but to just follow you at a couple feet's distance, wait for you to set it down on the ground, and then wait for you to walk away from it, and then they'll go in and eat it. A lot of horses won't do that. They'll try sticking their head in the bucket while you're walking. They'll try to walk around you and step in front of you and stop you. So I've learned how to train them not to do that. My wife does a lot of the day-to-day feeding and poop raking, and I want her safe. I don't want those horses crowding her, expecting her to have food. So I need to get to another sector somehow. Where's the other sector? Northeast sector. Okay, I want the north sector. So, if this is northeast, why am I facing south? I need to go there, but maybe I need to get there. Why do I feel so slow? Do I get there by going up here? This is northeast sector. I was just here. Or I just left the northeast sector. Oh, I gotta go up? I know where I gotta go. I gotta go back. And there's another section up there. Back in here and then take a left. This is it right here. Let's do a save because it sounds a little dangerous to deal with. It certainly is. It certainly is. Someone said their head is like 300 pounds. Well, that's an exaggeration. But their head and neck together is probably easily 200 pounds. Now, when they swing their head from side to side, you don't want it hitting you. I've been headbutted, and it sent me flying a couple feet backwards. Like, you quickly learn when the horse puts his head down on the ground to either eat or maybe bite at his ankle because there's a fly itching him or something, don't lean over his head. Because when he stands up and lifts that head, you're going to fly like a rag doll. And usually they're not trying to hurt you. They're just so damn big. I didn't see the points on the screen. Oh, jeez. Dare I? Yeah, every once in a while somebody gets killed by a horse. I was watching a YouTube video just within a month. Yes. Well, they're 1,000 pounds. 800, 1,200. You know, unless you got the big draft horses, 2,000. And the muscle on them, oh my God. They do have a very big belly. They're basically in 200 pounds. 2.2. So 1,000 pounds would be 2,200 kilos. 2.2 kilos per pound. That's one of the conversion numbers I remember. But this woman that got killed, the horse didn't mean to. She was riding him. And they don't really know what happened, but I know how things like that do happen. 2.2 kilos per pound. Oh, maybe I got it wrong. A pound is heavier than a kilo? Oh, so divide by 2.2. I'm uncertain now. I think a pound is heavier than a kilo. Yeah, so 1,000 divided by 2.2. 450 kilos. I'm not sure. That's what I'm looking for.
Perfect.
That's what I'm looking for. It's been so long since I had to do that kind of math. I'm getting rads. And this is just a big rad hole. So the way I got it figured, this woman was riding her horse. Something spooked it. They're very easy to spook. A bird flying overhead makes a shadow cross them. A tree makes a rustling noise. Anything. Now, don't misunderstand. It's not like all horses get spooked every time a shadow goes by them. But it can happen. All of a sudden, a car alarm goes off. A dog barks. A paper bag blows by. Average adult male is 80 kilos. Okay, yeah, so the pound is heavier than the kilo. It was my guess, but I didn't want to talk as though I was positive. I didn't want to mislead anybody. Oh, good. Can we hurry up and shoot you before you see me here? Okay, I know where we're at now. So this horse probably spooked, so it jerked a little bit, and the woman probably slipped in her saddle a little bit. Her foot probably slid forwards in her stirrup, and she got thrown off, and her foot got stuck in the stirrup, and the horse dragged her. Because that's what they find you dead with your foot in the stirrup. Your toe is supposed to go into the stirrup, but not your whole foot. As a weird moment and bad luck is all you. Yes, exactly. A couple bad things in a row happens together. What's the chance that the horse is going to get spooked? Maybe the horse was very easy to spook. He spooked all the time. Maybe she should have known better and not been on the horse. Maybe the horse almost never spooked. It was such a rare occurrence, you wouldn't think twice about it. Come on around the corner. Well, make me come and get you. But the ball of your foot is supposed to sit on the stirrup, not the arch of your foot. You get your foot too forward in the stirrup, you're gonna get hung up on it. Oh no. You're not dead yet? Okay, that third one must have missed, because the fourth one did the job. I seen a lot of YouTube videos about horses doing bad behavior. You know, you got a lead rope tied to their harness, halter, whatever, and they decide they're going to run, and the guy's hanging onto the rope, and he's just flying like a kite. It lifts him up, tosses him, and of course the guy finally lets go, and he's flying through the air. And he lands. But as a rule, horses don't attack people. They don't get pissed off and attack. Although some of them get aggressive and they'll pin you to the wall of the stable and crush you. That happens sometimes. Well, I just made a mess of that. Oh, I hate when this happens. But we'll come back and fix all that later. Or not. We might turn that into a swimming pool. If I scrap you, will I get all your meat and stuff? No. If they don't like you, they go away. If they have, yeah, you're too close then. A horse's number one survival tactic is to run away. They're a prey animal. They're used to being hunted by bears and mountain lions, and so they got very acute hearing. They see better or as well as cats in the dark, and they can run like a horse. Their number one tool of survival is to run. And so you can't make them feel like they're trapped. Well, I screwed the end of that pipe up. That's okay, we'll deal with that another time. Mainly what I wanted to do here I think I'll leave that alone. I wanted to get this eastern sector open. You know, unfortunately, most people, when they approach a horse, they give it a cookie. They give it a carrot. They give it an apple. So, a vast majority of horses are trained when they see a person, they're going to have food. They're going to get food. So horses will normally approach you unless they're one of those really wild, scared horses that need a lot of training. And then when they don't get the food, they start to poke you with their nose and nudge you and kind of shove you around. sticking their nose in your pocket and trying to sniff your hand and manipulate their lips all over your hands and in your coat pocket and bite on your shirt and trying to get food. They're trying to get food. It's a real bad habit. But that's what owners do. They like to baby their horses. Now I can help the overseer. So I train all the horses here. When I show up, I don't have cookies. And when I feed them the grain, I hold it in front of me with my both arms wrapped around it. I'm claiming that grain. It's mine. As soon as they stick their nose towards me, I use a claw motion. Their head is off to this side. I go like this, scare it away. Or if it's on the other side, I go like this, like a lion's claw. And sometimes I'll reach my arm out really far because I want them to follow me. If they stick their nose past, I look straight ahead and I try to ignore them. But as soon as I see their nose stick out in my peripheral vision, I stick my arm out and strike at them. In a slow, careful way. But if they're persistent and they have high energy, I'll strike fast and hard. And if they don't behave, then I'll get a little vocal. And I'll put more power into my voice until they finally get the hint. They are not to do that. Like some videos of mooses, camels shoving their head inside car window. Oh no, I never heard of mooses and camels doing that. I hear those camels are nasty little boogers. They like to spit, and they're good at it. They spit at you. So then I walk up to where I want to feed the grain, and I'll set the grain bucket down on the ground, and I'll just stand there looking at it. And if the horse tries to eat it, I make those claw motions. I'm still claiming that grain. And then when he stops trying to get the grain, when he relaxes and backs off, I immediately walk away. The timing is crucial. You can't walk away while he's pushing because he learns that pushing will get him the grain. You walk away when he relaxes, he learns that relaxing is what gives him the grain. And they're smart. They learn fast. Girl, where are you at? Quick, check out her computer, see what she's been doing. She hasn't done a lick of work since I've been here. I know, she's out front. We're going to interview settlers. We got a moose in this valley. I haven't seen it, but every once in a while I hear it.
If you could all just wait over there.
A ghoul? I don't know about this.
Hey there.
Just a moment and we can begin. Please, step forward. Ah, yes. Welcome. Welcome.
So, this here's a vault, right?
Quite correct. And you could be one of our lucky new residents.
You do got food in this vault, right?
Of course. And a chance at a new life. A question or two first, however. What do you think is the role of a good government?
Government? What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, well, I was going to be sarcastic, because I'm not going to play the good guy here. I am going to treat these people like guinea pig and grind them into the ground. But whenever I get a speech thing like this, challenge, we're the good guys, I go with that.
It's all right. We're the good guys. Just answer their questions.
You seem... All right. Okay. From what I heard, them governments are why everything's radioactive.
You won't do
True.
for our special assignment. But welcome to our vault. Your new home. If she is representative of what's left above, the outside world must be rougher than I imagined. Are you ready for the next interview?
You should go out there. Typical. Boss that doesn't know his own business. Let's continue.
Would it kill them to at least prepare a resume? Heck, I mean, even a cover letter would do.
That would expedite the process.
If they could write.
Next. Hello. Welcome to Vault 88.
This is a real nice place you have here. Real nice. And I can go wherever I like, right?
Within reason, yes. But I have a question for you.
Sure. What do you want to know?
A hypothetical. Let's say the reactor core is melting down, and you're the only one who could stop it.
Is there something wrong with your reactor?
No, it's fine. Just pretend. So you can stop the meltdown. But you'd suffer from extreme
It is not the
radiation
normal
exposure.
vault uniform.
What would you do?
Well, whatever you'd like. If you don't mind, I'm anxious to look around.
The zip's broken. He can't wait to get into her panty drawer. Don't be ripping us off, buddy.
If you're thinking about ripping us off, don't.
Listen, it's hell up there. If you really give me food and a place to stay, I'll be good. Just don't go expecting me to jump in a reactor for you.
Fair enough.
I think we could use him in our vault.
As long as you guys are on the level, I'll give this thing a try. Honest.
I appreciate your candor. You can stay, but you're not what we're looking for. Go ahead and get acquainted with your new home. What a colorful gentleman. Clearly he won't work for our experiments. Here's hoping third time's a charm.
It's not his fault. You have to look
Pizza.
out for yourself out there if you want to survive.
I certainly trust your instincts on this. Mine are, shall we say, rusty from all the years of solitude. Next. Hello.
Oh, God.
Welcome to your new home.
Wow. A real overseer. I am
Clem.
so happy to be here. Hi. My name's Clem.
Hamburg.
Yes.
Homemade.
Clem, is it? Before you settle
Well,
in, I
doctored.
have some questions.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'll answer anything you like.
Well, that's good.
We always end up with
Here's the
Clem.
scenario. You've been assigned guard duty. You know, stand watch and make sure outsiders don't breach the perimeter. But from inside the vault, you hear a woman screaming. What would you do?
You want me to guard something? Sure. I can do that. I can do that right now. if you want. But I don't hear any screaming, Lady Overseer.
Great. Another idiot.
I'm not dumb. I just really want to live here. Please give me a chance.
Another question for you. What can you tell me about your mother?
She passed. But she was nice. You would have liked her. She killed a mole rat once.
Really? That's remarkable. Describe the traits you most admire about her.
I just killed about 10 of them.
Strong because of the mole rat, and she fed me. God, I'm sorry. This place is so much better than the ditch I was living in.
Mole rat kill counts really are the foundation of maternal affection.
I guess. Am I doing okay?
We're looking for a volunteer, Clem. Someone to test some new devices that will help everyone. Are you interested?
You mean I can stay? I mean, yes! I'll help out. I like helping. That's me, Clem. Always willing to help out.
Yes. I think you'll do nicely. And no time like the present to commence. Now that we have, Clem, we are ready to begin. The first step is to get him properly equipped and dressed. There should be supplies in the welcome area near the entrance.
I took them. I need to break tape. It's been 2 hours. In 9 minutes. I haven't been hearing that cuckoo clock. My wife says sometimes it doesn't work.